Welcome, my loves. When we are not becoming our best selves, we are becoming weaker. We need our connection with the divine, with our divine creator, in order to make the best decisions for ourselves and therefore everybody around us. People we don't even know. People who we don't know. We don't know. It's the butterfly effect. There are so many people impacted by each small decision we make. So we need to make sure that we are living in sync, in rhythm, in tune with our divine creator. And so, in this video, I am sharing with you 4 ways that we eat for divinity. Now take a deep breath with me and set it free. Okay. The way we treat food, first of all, is a reflection of our relationships in other areas of our life. Let me say that again. The way we treat food is a reflection of our relationships in other areas of life. For example, these could be romantic relationships, relationships with family, and our relationship with money. Because if you agree with the philosophy that how you do one thing is how you do everything, then you will start to notice the ways in which you carry yourself, the ways in which you embody yourself, that carry over into how you do things. So let's take our relationship with food, since that is what we are talking about in this video. Are we satisfied with our food? Are we truly fulfilled? Or are we always seeking more? Are we never satisfied? Are we actually filling up our body with things that are not nourishing us? Are we grateful for our food? Do we say a nice blessing over our food? Or are we abusing our food? Like, I have seen people who literally stab their salads. And I just have observed that, And so, are you treating your salad and your lettuce or whatever you're eating like it is a gift from God, like it is giving you life? Are you speaking kind words into your food? Or are you abusing your food, not even making eye contact with it, just kind of inhaling it and sucking the energy? Are you an energy vampire? Or are you blessing? Are you grateful? The last example I am providing for this and this moment is, are we eating honoring our future selves? Or are we eating for quick spikes of dopamine and eating for pleasure now that will be harming us later? What are you eating for? And of course, most of us kind of fluctuates. However, the goal is truly to do what is best for your long-term self at all times. to maintain that alignment with Source, our Source Creator. I'm looking at my notes right now. Our posture. Number 1, first pillar. Are we eating in ways that fuel our posture with love, gratitude, and positivity? Because when we are honoring our fascia, honoring our muscle, honoring our skeleton, and honoring our organs, then all of this reflects into how we carry ourselves, into our posture. If we are eating things, and I mention fascia because cellulite, because this is what came to me as inspiration for this video. Are we weighed down, and are we filled with cellulite? Because this feels like static. Cellulite is a physical form of static from our source of information. So think of it like this. There are many people around us. You may hear voices from your mother, from your friend, from your father, from a significant other, from a child, from your pets, from strangers around you. We are constantly just absorbing information from those around us. And when we are hearing all of those voices, it is difficult to tune in with our source. However, when we are alone, we can clearly hear who is speaking through us. Because when we are alone, the only person, the only being who we hear, once we clear out the noise, is our Divine Creator. And so, many people say that, just meditate, take some time to yourself, which is beautiful. Some of us need slightly more time because we are such energetically sensitive beings that a voice we heard can go on in our mind for days. And it may take days until we actually get to the source of our Divine Creator, to speaking through us in ways that we actually listen to and value. So, when we are eating in ways, and not just eating things, although that is part of it, eating in ways that nourish us, then we can receive our divine messages all throughout the day, no matter who's around us. Because we are selectively giving our energy to and only to what is nourishing us. Number 2, the second pillar, and I promise this is going fast after this. Eating for nourishment. So this is eating your vitamins, your iron, your omega-3s, your supplements, your proteins, whatever you need. Eating for nourishment. So 1 is eating for posture, 2 is eating for nourishment. And when we are thinking about eating for nourishment, we are thinking about eating living foods. And the way I think goes beyond just, oranges have vitamin C, we are eating an orange for the vitamin C. Like, I think so much more complex into this. So yes, we can eat an orange for vitamin C. However, aside from what we typically hear about eating for nourishment, when I'm explaining eating for nourishment, I am thinking about eating living foods, eating from the sun, the natural rain, foods that were infused with the sun, foods that were grown with love. Especially if you have your own garden and you can speak to your foods, give them life as they are growing, treating them like your children. This just and you can see me lighting up how much this affects our food. Confirmation. Next is eating for gratitude. And I slightly touched on this earlier. Eating for gratitude is like eating just have you ever been in love? And you've been so in love that you are just in bliss. You are in this dream state and you're just yes. That is how eating for gratitude feels. When you're oh my goodness, look at this beautiful, nourishing bowl of food and all the colors and all the textures and all the vibrancy, and I feel it energizing me already, and I haven't even begun eating yet. The way that we can be so freaking grateful for our food, for everything around us, really. And that's what we're getting at, is how we do one thing reflects into everything. So when we are grateful for our food, when we are smiling, when we are in bliss, when we are in love with our food, and when we are in love with the environment we are in when we are eating, it is a game changer. So, we can thank we can thank our food, give it gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, thank everybody who put their love into growing our food, into nourishing our bodies, so that we can therefore nourish our purpose. We can be the solid fruit tree who is perfectly nourished, and we give off the best fruit for everybody who comes by asking for nourishment. We can give that to them when we are doing all of these things. And our fourth pillar is breathing. And this brings us back full circle, and you'll see why. So, when we are conscious of our breath while we are eating and even speaking, we will notice the way things flow. It just feels natural. We are in no rush. We are just being fully present. So, one tip that I love to do, and I do it often, I will look at a food, not even think, but just feel it. Feel whether or not I'm breathing. Like, for example, this chai tea latte. I was like, right before I picked this up just now, I was like, yes, I can breathe. So I took it back out of the fridge. Whereas before I ate just now, I looked at the chai tea latte and I did not breathe when I thought of it. So, the way I consciously choose foods is by thinking. Not even thinking, it's just breathing. Like, am I breathing when I think of this? Like, I can look at my water right now. Feel the breath? Yes. So I consume. And just like you saw me inhale while I was inhaling and then swallowing during my exhale, before, mid, after. Exhale time is for swallowing. Inhale time is for taking in. So, when we follow this, and it's like nothing that I do consciously, it's like I do this intuitively. And I feel so much better. And then I think about it and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why do I feel so much better sometimes when I eat? And then sometimes it's like rushed and not digesting well and I just feel not well, you know? But doing this, and this is not even to say that you have to drink and eat super nourishing things all the time. Because sometimes I can look at a vegan gluten-free cookie and be like, yes, now is the time for a cookie. And that is truly honoring my soul and nourishing my future self. So there you have it. There are my tips for breathing. Breathe, yes, always be breathing. And breath is life. And I did not tie that in, I just realized when we are breathing and holding our posture, that is when these 4 pillars create a cycle. Or you can see it as an infinity, however you prefer. Yes. Those are my tips for eating to be a properly nourished vessel to receive your divine intuitive guidance. Until next time.